Peace and light is traveling Sista. If this is your first time joining the channel, then welcome. If not, welcome back, family. I am so excited today simply because it has been over 3 months since I posted my last video. My last video, I believe, was with Brother Wode Maya. If you haven't checked that out, please go check it out. I will put the link in the description section or somewhere up here, wherever it pops up. So the video before the Wode Maya video was my 5-year anniversary here. 5 years, okay? If you watch that, then you know that I was up in Arusha, which is the northern part of Tanzania, up by Mount Kilimanjaro and Moshi, and you know, just the northern part up there. And y'all, I just been on a journey. I touched on it a little bit in my 5-year anniversary video, but I've been on a journey, and a positive one. So it's been really me focusing on family, me focusing on my healing. You see what I'm saying? Because healing is not a one-time thing like, okay, wow, I'm healed, I did my work, now I'm healed. It's a complete, it's a progression. You see what I'm saying? It's never to a point, at least in my opinion, you're never going to reach a point where you're fully like, okay, I'm fully healed, now I can move in this direction or that direction or do whatever you need to do. It's levels to this. But I was just in a place in my life where I felt the urge to elevate myself. So I spent quite some time in Arusha. I was up there for like 3 months plus, and I was doing a lot of grounding while I was up there. I was doing a lot of self-analyzing. I was doing a lot of just shifting, like, you know what I'm saying, spiritual chiropractic, you know what I'm saying, if that's a word. But I was just fixing me and refocusing and recentering. A lot of that had to do with the shift that I'm just going through mentally, and since my 35th solar return, which was in October, I was really on a journey of healing and everything. And while I was up there, it rained quite a bit, and so my yard, it was just completely overgrown with weeds. At one time they were like 4 and 5 feet tall, which I usually don't let my yard get to that point. So I was sitting out there in my yard one morning, really early, like 6 something, maybe 7, with my cup of chai, which is tea in Swahili. And I was just watching the butterflies bounce around and hop around and watch the little bugs and the birds and everything. And I was looking at this yard. I was like, yo, this yard is a hot mess. But I was thinking, I was like, I'm pretty sure all of these have some type of purpose, all of these weeds, these so-called weeds. And I was like, I bet you most of these are medicinal. And so what I did is I started identifying all of the plants in my yard. And when I tell you, it was at least 50. It was at least 50 plants that were either medicinal or poison. You know what I'm saying? Not for our consumption. And so I feel like to do that, like my thought process wouldn't have been the same to do that if I hadn't been on that internal journey of healing, because I just looked at things in a completely different perspective. You know, I've been doing my yoga, I've been just doing everything to make myself a better person, to ascend to my higher self. I'm forming a better relationship with my higher self, and I'm trying to get there. So I felt like, what better way to do it than to dive deeper into herbalism? Now, I'm not a seasoned veteran at herbalism or plant identification, but I'm slowly making my way into that world, and I'm slowly implementing these things into my life. Okay, so this video is going to be about just that, the common medicinal herbs that you can find here in Tanzania in your yard on the side of the street. And when I tell you, I've seen these plants almost everywhere. I've seen them like literally growing on the side of the street, like in the median in the city. This place just never disappoints because it's abundance everywhere you look, everywhere you see. It's really abundance. You just have to look at it through the right eyes. And like I said, on that journey of healing, like my eyes were just open, and I was more receptive to the things that the universe is showing me on a daily basis. You know, imagine I was here for 5 years and it took me that long to actively start to identify each one of the plants. So these are the type of things that I am actively implementing into my life, into my family's life, so that we can just be as healthy as possible. We are here in a place of abundance. Why not put that to use? And as I was saying before, I had just completely, you know, shut out almost the outside world so I can focus on me, so I can focus on the growth and the healing of my family, the betterment of my family and myself. I've been taking my mwani, aka my sea moss. I've been implementing that into my routine every single day, whether it's the sea moss powder or the raw sea moss. I make sea moss hummus, like all types of stuff, you know. And by the way, the website is back up and running. That had been shut down for 3 months, but it's up now. The gold, premium gold, is ready to order. The sea moss powder is ready to order. The rainbow and the purple back in stock, you guys. So thank you for every single person who's been placing their orders, and those people who've been hitting me up saying, Traveling Sister, when are you going to restock? Well, here it is. I'm restocked. As of right now, all the way until next week, you can get 10% off of any of your orders. Okay, just type in the code African Sea Moss, and I'll put the link in the description section below so y'all can get y'all a little discount. So I just want to give y'all a quick little explanation before I get into the main part of the video. I've included a couple of slides in the very beginning where it's really important that you look at things like the shape of the leaf, the veins, the pattern of the veins running through the leaf, the edge of the leaf. Is it scalloped? Is it serrated? Is it, you know, the shape of everything, because it can differentiate between something that's poisonous and something that is medicine for you. Okay, so just really pay attention, you guys. And I learned so much, and I was so excited. Even Zora was having fun doing this. She was right out there in the yard with me, and I'm teaching her, hey baby, this is medicine. If you have a stomach ache, you can take this. If you have a rash, you can put this on. You know what I'm saying? It's such a blessing to be able to show our children this, and to grow up in an environment where your medicine is in your front yard or on the side of the street or in the median. I found that a lot of these herbs are in the States, are in South Africa, South America, in different parts of the world, Australia, Southeast Asia, all of these places around the world. And also what I've done is I included the common name, but I also included the scientific name right under it. So if you're not familiar with the common name, you can always pause the video, look up the scientific name, and then it's going to show you, and then you might be like, oh, that's so-and-so and so-and-so. Okay, so enough rambling. Just know that I'm super excited to bring y'all this video. I hope you enjoy.
Don't eat your food ready. I'm not finished yet. I need some spoons. Mom, I need some spoons. I need bits of spoons. I finished, Mama. You can eat your food now, Mama.
Oh, thank you. That looks delicious.
Eat your food in the restaurant.
Okay.
Eat your food and I can make you more food.
Sawa. So here are a few examples of what I was speaking on in the introduction of the video when it pertains to the shape and the arrangement of the leaf. Look at the overall shape, and also look at the arrangement of how the leaf is distributed on the stem. Here's an example of the margin. There's so many different types of margins of the leaf. These aren't the only ones, but these are the main ones that you're going to find. Also pay attention on how the veins run through the leaf. This is very important as well. Mchicha. Mchicha is a very common plant found here in Tanzania that is a staple in Tanzanian food. It's also known as amaranth or kalilu. What you see on top are the seeds, and it also comes in the red variety as well. These plants, you can literally find them anywhere. I believe them to be the most abundant plants here in Tanzania, and they can grow up to 7 feet tall. You guys, look at this one. The medicinal uses, it treats fever, dysentery, urinary disorders, eye disorders, and some venereal diseases. Lemon balm. Now, lemon balm to me looks a lot like mint, and it also has a minty type of smell, but it's mixed with lemon. So you have to be really careful in identifying it. It looks almost the same, really. You can look and see these kind of tiny hairs, and I believe they're called silicate or something like that, you guys. Medicinal uses are, it reduces stress and anxiety, promotes sleep, improves appetite, reduces gas, bloating, indigestion, and it treats colic. Wood sorrel. This was one of my favorites because I believe that it looks kind of like a little butterfly if you take one of those things off. Anyways, it is in the same family as the 3-leaf clovers that you will find almost anywhere as well. And you can find it in conjunction with these tiny little purple flowers. And yeah, it treats inflammation. It's an antifungal, treats cancer, ulcers, convulsions, and it's antimicrobial. Short leaf spike sedge. At a glance, this just looks like any other grass. It's found in most places here in Tanzania as well, and it's a tall, thin grass. And the leaves, the blades are a little thicker. What you see on top are the seed pods of this grass. It can be used as a digestive, a sedative, a tonic, antioxidant, and it has anti-cancer properties. Gripeweed. Now, gripeweed, it's interesting because it looks like a few other medicinal plants here in Tanzania, and you have to pay very, very close attention because if you look at the edge of the leaf, you can see kind of a tiny little spike. It's used to treat kidney stones, jaundice, tumors, flu, dysentery, conjunctivitis, and diabetes. Kidney weed. To me, kidney weed looks like a tiny little lily pad, and they usually grow along the surface of the floor or the ground. And it just, as you can see, it's kind of like a vine. It just spreads out all throughout the ground, and it's a little heart-shaped but not pointed at the bottom. The medicinal uses are for kidneys. It's an anti-inflammatory. It treats the liver. It's an antioxidant and a diuretic. Common purslane. This is a plant that grows along the ground as well. It tends to grow very close to the ground. And to me, its leaves are a little bit like a succulent. They're a little on the thicker side. I'm not sure if it's categorized as one. The medicinal uses are that it's rich in omega-3, it supports heart health, it's high in potassium, treats asthma, prevents kidney stones, and treats uterine bleeding. Firebush. The firebush is a beautiful bush that can grow up to the size of a medium tree, and it's usually used here, from what I've seen, as an ornamental tree in people's yards. A lot of people put it there to attract beautiful birds. All types of birds love this tree. They like to get the nectar from the flowers and everything. It's used as an anti-inflammatory, it's antibacterial, antifungal, relief from menstrual cramps, treats fever, and treats diarrhea. Also, you can make it into a delicious chai. Bottle brush tree. They call this the bottle brush tree because it looks like a bottle brush. It's really also a beautiful tree that has these tiny white flowers at the end of the bottle brush. And as you can see, these are the little seed pods. After the flowers have died, they just kind of fall off. And it resembles a weeping willow. For those of you in the States who know what the willow tree is, it has a long branches that kind of hang over. The medicinal uses of the bottle brush tree are that it treats dysentery, rheumatism, it's an anti-cough, insecticide, antifungal, a natural douche, and an antibacterial. Alamanda columbi flower. This is a beautiful little bush that you usually find in people's yards, also as an ornamental bush, but the flowers and the leaves are quite medicinal. It grows all over Africa too. And by the way, most of these plants you can find in other places as well, not only in Tanzania. The medicinal uses are it neutralizes free radicals. It's an antibacterial, treats and cures liver disease, treatment of skin disorders, and it's an anti-inflammatory. Well, y'all, I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you learned something. And if you didn't, big up to you for having that knowledge. You know, like I said, I'm just getting started on this journey and I'm just so excited because this is not the first video to come, or this is not the last video on this subject matter. I'm definitely going to be going around taking different videos because now I'm in Dar es Salaam. We actually moved. It was a whole process, a whole lot that was going on. But I'm in a whole new yard with whole new plants and a whole new vegetation behind me, okay? So I'm actually going to be, I've already started by the way, I'm actually going to be going around and showing the different plants and showing the medicinal values and the medicinal uses of each one. It was just so fun for me to do this. And don't forget, check out the website, you guys. Place your order for the sea moss, for the raw sea moss, for the sea moss powder, okay? And I'm just really excited to just be back and be back on track. Like, I feel good. For real, I feel good and I have missed y'all. I really have. I've missed you guys. I miss the interaction, the community that we've built, you know, through social media, through online and everything. And yeah, I'm happy to be back. I don't have too much more to say. That's it. You know what it is. Love y'all. Peace.